Mr. Deputy President, it is often said that you can't stop progress. And Mr. Deputy President, it is inevitable that our natural, built and cultural environments will change over time. That's why it is so important for us to record and preserve records, buildings and artefacts to remind future generations of what came before them and how our local communities came to be. The history of this chamber is a fascinating story that tells us much about post-colonial New South Wales and the development of our democracy. As members are all aware, the New South Wales Legislative Council started meeting in a room in the colony's so-called Rum Hospital in 1828. For a period, the building existed as both a hospital and a parliament, a classic example of interoperability in the colonial era. And while this chamber was an extension to the original Rum Hospital building that was added in 1856, the extension itself was a prefabricated iron hall that was made in Scotland and originally intended for use on the Victorian goldfields. Careful restoration has seen this remarkable building survive and thrive. It has stood here as a silent witness to the arguments, debates and decisions taken by members of the Legislative Council for 170 years. Every day we turn up for work in this place and we are reminded of that history and of the legacy of our predecessors. I guess what I'm saying, Mr. Deputy President, is while we can't stop progress, we can't afford to lose contact with the past. To that end, Mr. Deputy President, I want to give a shout out to the many dedicated local historical societies around New South Wales. Local historical societies are run by dedicated, passionate volunteers, people who give up their time to ensure that the stories and events of their communities are not lost in the passage of time. According to the Federation of Australian Historical Societies, there are more than 1,000 historical societies, family history groups, keeping places and community heritage groups across Australia. One of those groups, the Yass Valley History Centre, is the Yass Valley History Centre, and I had the honour of opening the centre's new site last October. Last week, the Yass Valley History Centre launched a major exhibition titled National Treasures, Local Stories. It showcases photographs, records and artefacts that tell the story of Yass Valley's people and industries collected by the History Centre over the past 6 decades. Specifically, the exhibition includes 11 key archival collections on display, stories of innovation, endurance and community identity, and the Centre's first online exhibition offering extended content, images and audio for audiences beyond the region. Mr. Deputy President, I've had a chance to look through the online exhibition, and what struck me was the way that the collection brings the story of the Yass Valley and its people to life. It also shows the role that the Yass Valley played in our larger national story. The exhibit's about Yass Valley women who served in the Second World War, and the collection of beautifully preserved uniforms of Private May Burgess is a remarkable window into that time. The exhibition is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Yass Valley History Centre on Comer Street, just near the Yass Visitors Centre. If people can't get to Yass, then they can see the exhibition online at yasshistory.org.au. Mr. Deputy President, as another great Australian used to say, do yourself a favour, check out the National Treasures, Local Stories exhibition and support your local historical society.